Porpoises and Orifices.
Porpoises and Orifices.
Say it 5 times fast.
Porpoises and Orifices. Porpoises and Orifices.
Porpoises and Orifices. Wait, what? And then a bloody dolphin will appear in the mirror and grant you 3 wishes.
And it will shat on you. I can't even do it anymore.
The savage and the sexy.
Wait.
Welcome
to the savage and the sexy. It is your favorite not safe for work dolphins, SB and K, here to make your day. And we are wearing lingerie.
We went back to the basic black. Back
Very classic.
in black.
Very classic.
Love it. We got the sauce. You can see us on YouTube and Patreon. Follow us on Instagram. All that fun stuff. You can see all of this.
All of it.
All of this.
All the porpoises.
And all the orifices.
No orifices.
Oh, no, okay.
This is the only orifice you're going to
orifices.
see on me today is my mouth and this.
But not.
Ready? Let's play the orifices game. Hold up 10 fingers and put one down if you have the orifice. Mouth.
No, what the fuck?
Technical difficulty.
She's got it. Ready? Keep your fingers up. Keep your fingers up.
I was like, what's happening? We should keep that. I'm not gonna lie. Right now, their banner came off. Hold it for 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
The savage and the sexy.
Just drink your alcohol. Welcome. Wait, I already did the intro. Welcome to the savage and the sexy.
Talk about something.
Where we don't have our shit together. So porpoises are mammalian sea creatures.
If they're just listening, what's happening right now? Description. Go.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in a chair while
So the banner, while they were speaking, the banner that they have behind them came off. I need to get some more command straps. Actually, I have command straps in this room. We should
my
get a fresh
abs
one.
hurt really bad already. You gotta take your sweater off.
I did it, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's take
Thank you,
bets
Steph.
on if it falls again.
It will.
It's gonna fall again.
Okay,
right,
but how long? 5 minutes or 10?
12.
Oh, shit. I'll take that. I'll bet you.
Wait, this is the perfect intro.
Why?
Because we're talking about embarrassing stories today.
This is embarrassing.
This is very embarrassing. Definition of embarrassing.
You know what we do? We laugh, we shrug it off, and we keep going. And we keep shining in our light, whatever that light may be.
Keep
we
bleeding.
use the embarrassing moment
To
to our
fuel us
advantage.
As
to
fire.
fuel what we call this beautiful life.
And not taking ourselves too seriously.
Way too soon.
And
Speaking of embarrassing stories,
yes.
take a swig and tell us one.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't need no glass. Okay. So I have this thing where I only remember one embarrassing story at a time. So if something comes up while the rest of the episode is going on, I will bring it up. But we're going to start with a really powerful story. The most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me that I can remember right now. Which happened like 3 years ago. So we were going to Moulin Rouge in Boston. It was like the prototype show. So it was before it was on Broadway. It was fucking fabulous. Also, by the way,
Nice.
COVID notwithstanding, if you can ever see Moulin Rouge in Boston or New York, I highly recommend it. But I wore this wicked cute outfit. So I had these high-waisted, like tight blue leggings that had like a zipper that came all the way up. So I had this really cool zipper, and then I had like this billowy yellow shirt, and I looked all like like a hot pirate captain, kind of, and like these like sexy boots. And I looked ready for a show. Like I was like cute and looked ready for a show. And I have this thing where if you watch the podcast, you know I have anxiety, so it will cause me to do certain things that are kind of dumb because I don't like feeling anxious, and then I don't know what to do when I have really bad anxiety. So specifically when I go to a Broadway show or a movie, I get really bad anxiety about getting up in the middle of the show and walking in front of the other people. I will literally do pretty much anything to not do that, including not go to the bathroom. So I
do that too, though, but it's mostly because I can't see. So I'm like, I'm going to step on somebody, I'm going to trip, I'm going to fall.
Right. You're going to cause some sort of disaster mid-show. Yeah. I just hate it either way. Like, it's hard, it's awkward. Everyone a million rows behind you can see you. You're obstructing the view. Fucking hate it. And they're not going to be able to watch it again because it's a Broadway show.
All phones off during recording, please.
Silence your devices, please, or I will throw it out the window that's not in this room.
There's no windows in here. We're trapped inside.
So I'm at this show, and it's intermission, and at intermission I decide. I have to go back. So the show is about like 3 hours. So in total, you're there for maybe like 3.5, 4 hours with intermission. So I had to pee before the first act even started, but I had already sat down. We were in a theater with really cramped seats. Like there was like your knees were touching the seat in front of you as an average sized person. Like it was one of those really old theaters, and I was like, there's no way that I'm gonna get up and use the bathroom. So I'm just gonna cross my fingers and wait for intermission. So basically like fucking 90 minutes to 2 hours later, intermission starts. And I have been literally trying to focus on not pissing my pants for like 30 straight minutes. And like, I don't know, I'm assuming most of you know how that feels. It's painful. Like when you hit the point where you're like, I literally have to pee so bad that I'm like shoving my fingers up in my vagina so I don't fucking piss myself. Like that's how bad it was. And finally at intermission, I was like, go, you gotta go right now. So like I get up before it even starts and I'm like hustling because there's gonna be a line in the bathroom at intermission. Like they got these old bathrooms. There's like 3 toilets and there's fucking like thousands of people there. Like what the fuck? So I get in line for the bathroom and I'm like, oh my God, you're so close, Amanda. You're so close. And like the line's all the way at the door, but I'm like, you're so close. Like you made it this far. Like don't do it. Don't. So I'm literally standing there with my jacket tied around my waist and my hands like in my crotch so that nobody sees me. And I'm doing the potty shuffle. You know, when you do the potty shuffle.
Nobody sees you.
Yeah.
Everybody
and you're just like, please don't piss your pants. And I'm sweating so bad because I'm trying not to piss myself. Ooh. And so literally I'm like a stall before it's my turn. I'm like, I'm just waiting. And so finally, I don't know if this happens to you guys, but like as soon as I see a toilet, my body is like, oh, we're here. We've made it. I don't have to be sitting on the toilet. My body's like, oh, good, go. Like just start pissing yourself. So I open the bathroom stall. I like slam it closed. I'm fucking sweating. My hands are shaking. I'm about to piss myself. I couldn't get my zipper down. It was stuck. So I'm in there like the toilet is right there and I'm telling my body, don't you dare. Fucking hold on. Don't. I couldn't get the zipper down and I totally pissed myself, you guys. Like I was in the I had made it to the bathroom stall.
Like all the way through pee? Like
I was in the bathroom stall. It was locked and I couldn't get my stupid zipper undone. And so my body was like, oh, we've made it, and just started going.
So, question, what kind of pants were you wearing?
I was wearing really skin-tight fucking leggings that were light enough that you can see a piss stain, okay? So I was in the bathroom, literally like, so here's the thing. As I start pissing myself, I finally get the zipper unlatched and I rip my fucking pants. Yes. So the zipper is destroyed. And it's a full high-waisted zipper, so it goes from like the top of my crotch all the way up to like the top of my ribs. So that's gone. And I pissed myself. So I'm sitting in the back, and there's a line at the bathroom stall for other people waiting to get in. And there's only like 2 bathrooms in this stupid old ass theater. So I'm monopolizing one of the bathrooms. I literally don't know what I'm supposed to do because my pants are ripped, like to the point where I cannot go outside without people being like, "Are you okay?" And I pissed
Steph
myself.
loves this.
I completely pissed. Like no pee made it in the toilet. 0 pee made it in the toilet. It was all over me. So
you're doing such a great job describing it. Like I'm literally picturing the whole thing. Like, damn, that sucks.
So literally, I'm wearing like these big boots and these skin tight pants, and I'm like, I'm not taking my pants off. So I rip my underwear off of myself. and throw it into the little tampon bin that they have there. And then I'm sitting there like, all right, I took off my fucking soaking wet underwear that I'm never going to wear again. R.I.P. cute underwear. What am I going to do now? And so I took my pants and I tied them at first. I stuffed as much toilet paper up there as I could to absorb all the fucking urine that was sitting. I still had a second act of the show. The show was not over.
That's
and I
just
came with
crazy,
5
man.
other people. Like, so I tied my pants in a loop and then I took my jacket and I tied it around my waist like I was just hot. And then I went out there and nobody fucking knew anything happened.
Well, see,
and
you
I
had-
watched the second act of that show
No.
and
That's
nobody
awesome.
knew
No.
that I pissed my pants.
That's amazing.
Nobody knew.
When you use your resources and you got that shit done.
I would've
Imagine
left.
if you
I would have
did.
went home.
Dude,
Cried a little bit.
I wasn't gonna be like, hi, my ex at the time. I was like, hi, can you take me home from Boston in an hour drive? Because I didn't piss myself in the bath. Like, I wasn't gonna tell anybody that I pissed myself.
Imagine if you didn't have a jacket.
Oh, I would have gone. I would have never left the bathroom. That jacket saved my life that day, and I will not lie. That was incredibly embarrassing, but I was so proud of myself for literally taking off my big girl panties and handling it.
That's good.
handled
I have
that
a very
shit.
similar story about zippers. Zippers are what fuck you up. You know what?
I
Zipper
agree on
company
that.
for
Yeah,
clothes
you guys know better
or
than
whatever
us.
it is, like even high quality shit. Your zippers are fucking us up, and it's not okay. We won't take it anymore.
PSA.
We don't want to do it.
But we're still gonna buy your cute pants.
Yeah, I'm still gonna buy it, but I'm really not happy about it. So I just thought of it. I went to DR for my birthday, and it was great. And so, like, you know, every day, you know, you're just wearing cute outfit,
Barely
good to
their
go.
outfits, right?
And like it's an all-inclusive resort, so you know, you go to like your dinner area. You have to go kind of on time. You have your dinner, then you kind of go to the plaza area, meet your people,
You
drink
mingle,
your drinks,
right?
mingle. It's all a big thing. And our room is like right over there, whatever. So I have this really cute jumpsuit thing that you saw it with a fringe. It's like the fringy pants.
Yeah.
It's white. It's super
but it's
beautiful.
like a one piece. Like
It's a one piece, but it zips up top and then zips in the bottom.
In
and
the
it
back?
connects. Yeah, and it connects here.
it zips in
see-
the back.
So it zips top, back, and top, bottom.
Oh shit.
So it's 2 different zippers we working with now. And
Do you
so
need help to zip the one in the back, or can you
the
get in it
top
on
one,
your? So
I
you
need
do
help
need.
with.
Honestly, those are such a.
Those are the worst.
Those are a disaster
So it's
waiting to
my
happen.
motherfucking birthday, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm looking hot, dressed to the nines, fringe everywhere, ready to rumble. And so we're about to go to dinner or whatever, and the top zipper kept kind of getting
stuck.
stuck.
And when it gets stuck, and
getting
it's
stuck.
yeah.
And so like I couldn't zip it all the way, so I was like, Nee, you gotta help me. Shout out to Nee, she was with me. And she was like trying to get it. I'm like, couldn't get it off. So we just kind of hooked it.
Okay.
Because it kept like breaking from the bottom. So we hooked it, so it still worked.
Oh, so the zipper was broken.
The zipper broke
Okay.
after her trying to get it on.
Okay.
So we hooked it at the top, so it still looked like a regular outfit. I was like, does it look stupid? She's like, no, it still works, good to go. Like, great, let's go to dinner.
Which zipper was this? The back
top one.
Okay. Mhm.
So it kind of like, so in the back, instead of like this, it just looked like this.
Oh, okay.
And then it was clipped. So it just looked like part of the
Yeah,
outfit. So I was
yeah.
like, well, I can work with this. It was fine. So then we're like, I gotta pee. And so I had to pee. And instead of being like, let's go back to our hotel room, pee, and then come back out, I'm like, well, let's just use the bathroom right over there. It's right there. So let's use it. And so we went to that one, and I couldn't really get my top undone the way it was done. And I was like, I gotta get this. I can't get it open. Blah, blah, blah. And so it was like, I really had to be at that point. And when you're wearing like a
hulked
one
out.
piece, it's like so hard to gracefully take it off. And then my bottoms was getting stuck. I couldn't pull it down. And I was like trying to find a way to like shimmy down out of it without it going all the way down, because it wouldn't go all
Your
the way
booty
down.
would not do that.
And my butt's too
Will
big.
not allow that.
I sometimes think I have a small booty and I try to make small booty moves, but it's too big booty hoe, so I can't.
Too big booty.
And so I tried
Hashtag small booty moves.
I tried to shimmy down, and my pants ripped while I was in
Like
the
in the
stall.
butt crack rip?
It just went, and I was like, ah! It's ripped. My pants ripped. And of course, there's like a line, and there's other women in the stall, and I'm just yelling this. I'm like, nee, my pants ripped. She was like, what? I was like, they're ripped. And I opened up the stall after I pee and went.
You're drunk, right?
No, I've only had like 3 drinks. And so I was like, help me. And she's trying to zip it up. Some random lady I just met is trying to zip it up to see if they can attach it. We couldn't get it.
Oh, random lady, shout out to you.
I know. No one has coats because it's DR and it's 85 fucking degrees out.
You didn't have the coat. Oh, fuck.
I didn't have the coat. Damn. So I was like, go back to the hotel room just like this. So what do best friends do? They hold your butt and escort you back to your hotel room.
The entire time.
Literally, she was just like holding my ass and I was like around her. Meanwhile, my top is already ripped and barely hanging on by a thread. My bottoms are like falling off of me now. And I'm like, nothing to see here. And the thing is, it's not discreet. Like there's no hallway. No. You have to walk through the whole crowd of people having dinner in the like main area to get to our hotel room. So everyone's just like, what's going on here? Are they just lesbian lovers? And I'm just like, and I guess that was kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, I guess that was kind of embarrassing.
Great.
Girls, I gotta play something, yo.
Uh-oh.
I kept the jumpsuit because I want to fix it because I love it, but fucking zipper.
When I ripped my pants, I thought that I had everybody on my side, but I went and blew it all sky high. And now she won't even spare a passing glance.
They're dancing, y'all. For everybody that's listening, they're dancing.
Ripped my pants.
When Big Larry came round just to put him down, SpongeBob turned into a clown. And no girl ever wants to dance with a fool who went and ripped his pants. I know I shouldn't mope around, I shouldn't curse, but the pain feels so much worse. Cause winding up with no one is a lot less fun than a burn from the sun or sun in your bones. Now I learned a lesson I won't soon forget. So listen and you won't regret.
We did the rip pants dance for all those who want to see it. You know what to do.
Use your
imagination.
Thank you for everyone that got those SpongeBob references. Yeah. I feel like this is a good segue to talk about not taking ourselves too seriously and how special
more embarrassing
that is.
Stories.
More. I had to think of more, but Baldwin had something somewhat interesting to say about another species.
You wanted
animals.
to share.
Another species of animals. What?
Yeah.
The one that.
What, the bird?
Bee-balls.
Wait, are we talking about like adjusting boobs? And,
we can totally circle back to that.
We're not circling back, Baldwin. You know exactly what the fuck we're talking about.
How do you feel about scat play?
And basketball.
With birds.
Oh.
And birds that aren't real.
So we're talking about embarrassing stories. Okay, yes. Okay, gotcha. I remember. So while I was playing basketball back in high school, playing outside with a few of my buddies, and mid-game, a bird shit on my neck, like
on your skin,
landed on the back of my
hot bird poop on your neck.
I'm sweating.
Skin.
We're already into the game. We're well into the basketball game, and then in front of everybody, we're playing 3-on-3. So it's 6 of us, and people waiting on the side to play next, and they all witnessed it. It's like, oh guys, somebody just a bird just shit on my neck. And I went to the nearest bathroom and I cleaned up. This is rough.
You have to explain that to someone.
No, because not everybody caught it right away. Because it happens quick. Like,
ew.
I can't remember if I.
It was like the white-brown combo where there's like a lot of white and a little brown.
Yeah.
That's
like I felt it and I'm like, I hope this is not what I think it is. And then I went to go touch the back of my neck and I touched it.
You spread it around.
Give it a little sniff.
little taste.
I didn't know you were into that scat play.
Fun fact, in case you have also been shat on by a bird, which I have actually been shat on by a bird in my lifetime. Apparently, it's supposed to be good luck, but if we're being real, I think that's just a way for people to make you feel less embarrassed about
I've been
getting
shitted on by birds all the time. Like it's
you
happened
have
like
so
4
much
different
good
times.
luck,
to me.
Baldwin.
I guess so.
Yeah,
When's the well?
But
Every time they shit on you, they deposit more good luck into your soul.
maybe, or birds aren't real, and that's the government targeting you.
Dude, that's a real. You guys, ooh, something happened to my microphone. Guys, that's a real thing. Like there are, if any of those people are listening right now, can you please write us?
Unsubscribe.
Can you write us a letter first about how you arrived to this conclusion and then unsubscribe, please?
Yeah, I don't really want to.
You want to tell the people about it in case they are hearing about this for the first time?
Breaking news, if you're hearing about this for the first time. Birds are not real. They
All
are
of them.
machines, all types.
All species of birds are not
that
real.
the government put out to keep tabs on everybody. Like they can't already do it by your phone, but
Yeah, Siri,
they do it with the. That's why the birds are all like they're looking sideways, like.
Dude, if you have a parrot
Yeah.
or like a parakeet in your house right
Yeah.
now, you better be careful.
Yeah,
Big Brother
that's how
is
they.
watching.
That's like the microphone when it's like
Big
"Fuck
Birdie
you," you know?
Big Bird is watching.
What
Big
the
Bird!
fuck?
Oh my God! Big Bird's a conspiracy!
Oh, I saw this video where this little kid.
Oh gosh, she's remembering how funny the video
There was like a video, and it's like a little kid's birthday party. He's like Sesame Street, we're so excited, and all the characters are coming. I don't know what the fuck happened to Big Bird, but he had to be escorted in, and the rest of the characters are like dancing and stuff, and Big Bird's just standing there, and the kid's just looking at him like, what the fuck? It was so sad because the kid's just like, are you gonna do anything? And he's just like, and I was like, Big Bird's on some shit.
Big Bird's on some
Big Bird
drugs.
literally is on some shit.
Big Bird's not here right now.
No, he was on another planet. It was great.
But yeah, that's so funny that you thought of that because in case you don't know about this, y'all, seriously look it up because it's mind-boggling.
It's weird.
It's up there with like flat earthers and yeah. Have you heard that one where it's like Avril Lavigne is like a double? Was replaced like years ago and like there's been like
I
a
heard
dupe
that.
of her like pretending to be her.
But the thing is, why?
I don't.
She ain't no thing.
There's a few celebrities though where they're like these big conspiracy theories that they died or like were replaced like years ago.
But
And
like,
it's just
why?
literally, I don't know.
It's mad weird.
I mean,
It's
like,
so weird.
There's 3 different
Tupac, I
Undertakers.
understand, but like
There's-
Avril Lavigne,
Elvis
what the
is
fuck
still
was
alive.
she doing?
Tupac
Dude,
is still
Elvis is
alive. It's
like
mad weird.
ancient if he's still alive. I'm all shook up.
No, sorry, he did drugs and he died. That's just how life goes.
I'm sorry, he died.
Sorry, you're upset about it. Move on. There are bigger and better people in the world now.
I will say I'm not like really one for conspiracy theories that much, but I will say I don't like Siri listening to me or Alexa. I'm mad sketched out by Siri's and Alexa, man.
Have you
They're
ever
not the
looked
only
up?
people listening to you.
I know, but like they're being transparent about it.
Have you ever like looked up different cases of Alexa just doing her own thing?
No,
saying
it sounds
some shit?
great and horrifying.
Yeah, there's
Does
a
she
lot.
get creepy
No,
sometimes?
honestly, yeah, gets weird.
Oh my God, please tell me a story.
You know what's funny?
No, I can't think of one specifically, but there's some weird shit.
They were actually talking about this on Wine and Crime. What up? The episode I was listening to. I don't know what episode, but it's. I'm finally on 2021.
Oh yeah.
but
she's almost caught
towards
up.
the beginning. So
Yay.
I don't know what episode it is, ladies. So they were talking about things listening or like cases like dang it, what was it? I think it was like cases recorded on tape or something like that, and like devices that listen.
Okay.
Like what? Let's just say 60s or 70s when it was like such a big deal that they were listening to you through
that
like
somebody was bugging you.
your appliances and stuff. And like now we just like acknowledge it. We're just like, oh, well, they're listening on our phone. Like, what up, government? Like,
Yeah.
Because targeted ads, like, even though it's kind of great to have specific ads, like, I'd rather it be targeted than just random.
Random, yeah.
But it's always listening. Like, you say, like, scat play, now I'm going to get a bunch of targeted ads about some
group message
site
us when
or
someone
things
gets
like
a scat
that.
play site and in their phone
Right.
later.
Or like we say like France, Paris, like, oh, get a trip to Paris now, and like things like that. It's like it's all different devices. Anything that's connected to the Wi-Fi can
The
get
Wi-Fi.
hacked
Wi-Fi.
into.
The Wi-Fi, man. Yeah.
I mean, we
Into
all.
the
I mean,
interweb.
essentially, we're all choosing to be spied on.
Yeah, we're just accepting it. Obviously, like we're I think that was the biggest thing.
It's like the deal you make.
We know that that's an option now, whereas like before they weren't expecting that, and that's why it was such a shocker. Like now I just expect everyone to always be listening. You can't be off the grid unless you're literally
off the grid. Like completely.
Could you do it? Huh? Do you got it in you?
No Wi-Fi. You can't listen to our show.
That's sad. It's a sad life.
The savage and the sexy. Welcome.
Any other stories from our team over there? Any other
Rich, I know you got
embarrassing
an
stories that
embarrassing
y'all are
story.
brave
guess
enough
it's my
to
turn.
share?
Yeah. Let's make fun of you now.
It's your turn, Rich.
I'm in sixth grade. I'm waiting for my mom to pick me up.
Oh, we're going way back.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's some scarring.
Oh, trauma.
It was me, my brother, and like two other friends. I was on the swing set, and you know how you could like swing back and forth and do a backflip as you're
yes.
going back down.
Why
Yes,
would you ever
that was
do
some
that?
badass shit when you
Yeah,
were a
so I
kid.
used
I didn't do that.
You earned
I
some
never did
respect
that.
when you did that. I did that
So
as a
I
kid.
felt like the man when I did exactly.
Yeah, you feel really cool when you land that shit, and your friends are like, "Ooh."
Right. So my pants got caught on the swing, and so when I flipped over upside down, my pants came off, and I'm hanging upside down with my underwear showing to the whole world. And to top it off, they were an old pair of underwear.
Oh, do they have holes in that?
No. But it
Damn,
was
okay.
like a light baby blue, like
mad
whitey
funny.
tighties.
Oh, in 6th grade, that's like a death sentence.
Yeah. So,
That is everyone's like. Remember when
And
Rich?
that's-
Wait,
and
did
that's
that
my
did that
story.
like color your entire year?
no.
No. Okay, good. I'm
good.
happy that.
But or
I've
is
been-
it
I've been
because you were
pan-
able to laugh at yourself?
I've been like pants before. That's pretty embarrassing.
I don't think I've ever been.
And I was like,
pantsed.
I was actually older too.
How old were you when you first got pants?
It was
Danny?
actually
Was it
Danny's
Danny?
brother. No, it wasn't Danny. Like Danny's, he'll do funky shit like that. But it was Danny's older brother. I don't know. He just pantsed me, and there was women too around.
Oh my god,
got
cruel.
pantsed.
That's so rude.
I did remember another embarrassing story.
Shoot.
It's more like an embarrassing sort of injury.
Okay.
So it was also, I believe, when I was in 6th grade. No, sorry, it was when I was a freshman in high school. My bad, 7th grade. So I was in. We
You
had
were a
a
freshman in your 7th grade?
Sorry, what years?
That's
Whatever year
ninth grade.
freshman is. That
9th grade.
clearly I've been out of school for a very long time because I don't fucking remember what age goes with what grades. I was a freshman.
I was
I remember
12.
being in my high school bathrooms as a freshman.
Yes.
Whatever fucking grade that is.
9.
No, I'm really smart. I skipped 2 grades.
Okay. What?
I don't know.
Porpoises and orifices. Okay, go.
Yeah, it's all porpoises and all orifices. So I'm just in the bathroom doing my thing. And my friend was outside waiting for me. Vicky, shout out Vicky, one of my oldest friends. We've been friends for almost 20 years. Or we just hit our 20-year mark this year. But she was at the bathroom, and Vicky's like kind of mischievous. So she was like kind of being like silly and being like, Amanda, hurry up. And she was like faking, like kicking the door a little bit and like just being silly. And so like she was actually kicking the door. She wasn't kicking it hard, but she was like, actually kicking it. And it swung open and just like straight up hit me in the face while I was literally pants down on the toilet and gave me a full on concussion. Like while I was pants down in the most vulnerable position on the toilet. This door just came in and like, oh my God. You know what? Actually, I'm realizing all of my embarrassing stories are bathroom stories. I just remember my crowning gem of my embarrassment stories. Holy shit.
That's great.
Yeah, so I got concussed while also trying to tinkle, and that was and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so fucking sorry!" Like, because the door straight up like just whacked me full on frontal in the face. I have one more story though. This is my favorite story. I can't believe I forgot about this. So
Because it just gets blocked.
yeah, they all feature bathrooms though, which I'm like, I'm actually embarrassed about that they all feature bathrooms because I'm just realizing that now. So I went on a Japan trip with a bunch of my friends probably like 5 or 6 years ago.
That's super cool.
It was literally fucking amazing. If you've ever been debating about going to Japan or you're not sure, fucking go to Japan. Like literally the most magical place on earth. But it was the first day that we were there.
I thought that was Disney World.
No, fuck Disney. Japan's way better. Actually, go to Disney in Japan. Boom. But it was the first day that we were there. We hadn't been there very long, and all of our friends were kind of arriving at different times at the airport. And I had heard all about Japan and all these cool things because I've studied it and I've like kind of loved it for my whole life. So I knew all these like just random shit. And I knew that there were like bidets. Bidets are very popular in Japan. They're kind of like, at least in Tokyo and major cities, bidets are like all over the place. Like you can find them on most toilets. They're in most bathrooms, which is also, bidets are superior. I just want to spell that out in case you think they're gross. Bidets are amazing. Fuck toilet paper. Give me a fucking bidet. I wish we had them here.
I want water in the tube.
Honestly, amazing. So, yeah, seriously. But so we were waiting for my friend Vicky, actually, to arrive, who hit me in the fucking face in freshman year. And I was like, you know what? While we're waiting here for her flight to arrive, I'm going to go explore the bathrooms because we're in an airport. They got nice bathrooms here. I want to see what these bidets are like. So I go in there and there's like at least 15 bathroom stalls. And I go in and they have these super fancy bidets with all these buttons and shit. And they're in Japanese. So like I can only understand based on like the pictograms what kind of is happening. But I'm like, damn, like this is so cool. Like, let me try it out.
Hey,
so I sit down, I do my little tinkle business, and then I'm like, they literally have like musical notes, and you play it, and it's loud so no one can hear you shit. It's amazing. So it's so fancy.
Wow, that's kinda
like
cool.
so much privacy in the bathrooms, like so
Dropping
discreet.
low.
Fucking love it. So I'm over there and I play a little musical note and I'm like, no one can hear me pee. And I'm like doing all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm done peeing. Let me like use this bidet for what it's actually for. I want to like clean myself and like get all, shiny. So I see the little jet stream. There's like a little icon that's like a little water jet. And I'm like, okay, this has got to be the thing to clean the thing. And so I just press it. And there was a lag. So when I pressed it, nothing happened. And I was like, is this like broken? I don't understand. So I keep pressing it.
Oh no.
I think there was just like a 5-second lag. You guys, 5 seconds later, a fucking jet stream. Straight up railed me. Like, I jumped off the toilet and almost screamed. And then I literally held myself back down because I was like, Amanda, if you get off the toilet, it's just going to go all the way over the door and arc, and all the Japanese people outside are going to know that there's a stupid fucking American in that bathroom that's screaming and just like,
have that.
So I held myself strapped down onto the toilet, getting fucking railed by this jet stream because the last person to use it left the water pressure all the way up, which I didn't even know that you could adjust it. But whoever sat on that toilet before me, I don't fucking know. Like, that was some intense shit.
They did it for pleasure.
She was like, we know why they did it.
Like, I'm trying not to scream while also trying not to laugh, while also holding myself down on the toilet, just letting it rail me because I'm so embarrassed at the thought of it just going up over the door. And I hit the button, and I already know now that there's a 10-second lag. So I hit the button to make it stop and just hold myself down, trying not to scream while I wait for it to stop. So it finally stops, and I'm just sitting there like, wow, I'm sure everybody next to me and outside the bathroom stall just heard me have a fucking moment in here. And yeah, so it was really interesting. But from that moment on, every toilet I sat on in Japan, I made sure the water pressure was all the way down before I hit the bidet stream button. So if you go to Japan or sit on a bidet, just be really careful and make sure the water pressure is all the way down, because you do not want to get railed in your asshole or your vagina hole if you have that hole. It just
Unless
sucks.
you do.
But not that way. Not that way. I'm sorry. I don't mind, to quote Wine and Crime, getting railed by a dumbass, but I don't want to get railed by a bidet. I'm sorry. Steph looks like she's open to it. I don't know.
I don't know. Sounds like it could be a good time in the right circumstance.
I'm still so impressed with whoever's vagina could handle that water pressure.
I love that all your embarrassing stories are like bathroom. I feel like all of mine are always like falling or like clothes falling
I do have
off,
a falling one that's pretty substantial.
I fall all the time to the point where like my family expected me to just be on the ground.
That's so funny because I don't really I've never associated like clumsiness or tripping with you ever.
I think after 30 years, I've learned to mask it a little bit. So you see it a little less. But when I was small, it was weird because it's like, oh, you're a dancer. You're so graceful. You know what you're doing. It's like, when I'm not on stage, I'm walking sideways.
You're a bowling pin. You're
Yeah,
just
it's like freaking crazy all the time. Like, I have several, I guess. So when I was, this one I'll say because it's vivid in my memory when I was in middle school. I don't know what grade I was.
Trauma.
6th, 7th, trauma.
Humiliation, trauma.
Anything wrong just marks you as a not cool kid. I was already not cool, but
You were? I feel like you would have been so cool.
so I like knew all the cool kids. Like I was cool with everybody. Like I didn't have enemies. So like they would say hi to me and I'd be like, hey, what's up? But I wouldn't sit with them because they're all fake. So
Fake bitches.
bitches. No, I was kidding. I was like, I'm not cool over you guys. So we would have, you know, those classes that you have back to back. So you
Yeah.
have a break in between. There's one of those. And in California, a lot of the classes are, it's very like outdoor structure. So like you have your class and you go outside and go to the other classes and stuff like that. So we had one of those from like, I think it went from history to English. And we were working on a project and we were just going to continue working on that project after the break. Because it had to do with it. It was like painting some sort of map. I don't know what it was. There was paint involved. So there were people working on projects. There was like paints stuff kind of everywhere in people's backpacks everywhere. And a lot of people go outside. Some people stay in and keep working, like whatever you're doing. Me and my friend just fucked around. For some reason, we still loved playing tag. We're just like,
Dude, tag slaps.
yeah, it does, right? I was like, oh, we're bored. We don't want to sit outside. The cool kids are just like, oh my God, I'm over here. And I'm like, I want to fucking play tag. So we were working and my friend kept playing tag with me and we're in like the classroom. And of course, this day I'm wearing like a fresh new outfit. I thought I was the shit.
You know,
yeah,
when you wear those new clothes in middle school, you feel like
new clothes. It was like super. It was like light blue on the top,
from
white
Telos
pants.
or from Justice or from
I don't even remember, but it was some brand.
The
I was
Limited
like,
Two.
Limited Two,
yeah,
probably. I was
Limited
just
Two
like-
sparkle shirts.
I was like, hey, I'm in history class, looking fly, and, you know, painting and stuff. And so we were like running out and inside of the classroom, you know, I just tagged them. Boom. And then we started like running around. I ran inside the classroom, started running around, and I was like about to make this corner. I was like right around these desks. He's ain't gonna catch me. I thought I was playing football, you know, putting those fake moves
quick dodge,
on,
quick change, go.
and didn't see the backpack that was tucked on the other side of the desk. And so when I went to do that little quick sidestep, I side tumbled into a desk that had a bunch of paint and just took all of it down with me, and all the paint went all over me. Like it was bad. I actually hit myself pretty hard.
Did you get hurt? Jesus Christ.
I mean, like they didn't have to call the ambulance, but I was down for the count. I was like, what?
You're like,
I was
I'm
gone.
out.
Took everything with me, like to the point where everyone was like, oh, like, you know, they were just
Like they're not mad at you yet. They're just like, oh my God, are you okay?
like, oh shit, like she just fucking ate shit. And I was like, I was covered in paint, had to go to the office, like literally had to call my mom to be like, can you please bring me other clothes? Because I cannot go through the rest of my
was
day.
it like the day just kind of started?
It was like 10 a.m.
It was like the second class of the
It was
day.
like second class of the day. I was like, if I could have braved it, but that's when I was still embarrassed. But I was like, I can't walk around with like blue, green, dookie color paint all over my fresh new clothes, especially after this morning being like walking into school looking
Feeling
fresh,
fresher than kale.
Yeah, but now
Freshy
it's
fresh.
just kind of like I'll walk Jorah and be like walking down the street if it's snowy. I remember one time I was like listening to music and I was like, yeah, it's great. And, you know, if Jorah sees a squirrel, it gets excited. He'll kind of tug. And that's when I kind of first got him. So he was like doing that. And he did that while I was like kind of on a grassy hill thing. And I just fucking ate shit. It was like not even like a graceful, like, oops, almost
No,
fell.
you just
it was
went
just like
down.
boom, down the hill. And then I got up and I was just like, ha ha, I was like, shit, that was hilarious. And then I literally look up, and you know how the cars are parked? There's
just
a parked car, and there's just a person, and they're like,
Just watching you.
and he was just like, started busting up laughing. I was like, thankfully I was already laughing at myself, but I was just like, well, I'm just going to test it off. And I was just like, hi, and I just kept walking.
Rule
So,
number
yeah.
1, as long as you're the one that laughs first,
then
It's fine.
That's what it is. But I was
Everything's
so
fine.
used to falling. Like I used to always. I think I was always in a rush for some reason. I was always just like moving fast around corners. I thought I was like speed lightning or something. I don't know what I thought I was. But like I would hit those corners too sharp, and then just slam into the corner, and then like spiral out from there.
Yeah.
But just with my body. And so
Just with my entire being. Like,
so like one time I was like home alone and my family was like about to come and there was like a weird sharp corner going into the kitchen. Some reason I was running. I don't know why.
for some reason I was
Running alone, hit that corner too sharp, took a really hard tumble, and at that point I was just kind of like done. I had already fallen.
You're
my
like, I give
quota.
up. I give up.
Yeah, so
You
I
just sat
kinda
on the floor and looked at the wall.
laid on the floor, and I was just like, I'm just gonna stay here. And then
This is where I belong.
door, yeah.
On the floor.
This is where I
I was
belong.
like, I'm not moving. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay down here. And then you hear the door open. Mom comes in. She's yelling at my brother, like,
on the floor.
They just step right over me, continue, start putting groceries away. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay here and see how
This
long they
is
notice.
where I belong.
And literally, they just went about their business for like 10 minutes. And blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, are you?
They didn't
fucking
even acknowledge
They didn't even acknowledge me. I was a fly on the wall.
Is it just because they're just so used to you falling? They're like, oh.
to your
But I was not
antics.
moving. I was just laying there. There's like blah, blah, blah. And then after literally 10 minutes, I was like, Diana, go see what's wrong with your sister. She's laying there. And then she kept going. My mom didn't even tell me. She was like, go check on your sister. Why is she doing that? And then my sister just goes, she's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. She's like, okay. And walks away. And I was like, and then I just got up. I was like, all right, well, this was fun. Went back to my room. I was
so
embarrassed about
awesome.
that. I was like, this is where I am in life.
I have a falling story that is very embarrassing that
do
happened
it.
to me within the last probably 2 years or so. I went to Dave & Buster's, which I love Dave & Buster's.
Dave & Buster's is so fun.
My dad used to bring me to Dave & Buster's all the time when I was growing up, and I don't go that often now, but I went with a couple friends a few years ago, and I love Dance Dance Revolution. DDR. I will fuck up some DDR, man.
We should do that.
I fucking love DDR. Like, I used to have on my old PlayStation 2, I literally had the plug-in DDR mat so you could play it at home when I was growing up because I was like fucking DDR obsessed. But whenever I go to Dave & Buster's, you know how they'll sometimes have Stomp? And have you seen Stomp?
Yeah,
I don't like
instead.
Stomp.
No.
But I love me some DDR. And they had DDR there. And I was like, oh shit, there's DDR at this. I know what I'm playing for 2 hours is fucking DDR. So like, I was on it. And I get really into it. But like, I haven't played DDR in a while. So I was like, I need to warm up on like medium level. Let me get some medium. I used to play on hard all the time and be like, bah, 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 like all over the place. Bah, bah, bah. Yeah. But I was like, you know what? I'm in my 30s now. I haven't played this game in like a hot minute. Let me just warm up with some level medium, spend $2, just go through like 5 songs, whatever. So like I'm going through all the songs, I'm getting warm. And like I like to try new things and I love physical things. So for me, I'm like, I bite off more than I can chew really quickly because I get really excited about like being better and just going faster. So I was like, you know what? Like, I'm probably not ready for hard, but like, I really want to do like hard right now. So
I really want to do hard right now.
And by this point, like, if you, yeah, LOL, that's what she said. But like, so have you ever watched DDR in arcade? People will crowd around like and start watching you play DDR. And so like I had like a little crowd around me.
Yeah, you felt cool as
And I
shit.
was like, oh, I feel so cool. Yeah, I fucking love. And I actually am very good at DDR after I'm warmed up. So I was like, you know what? I'm warmed up. Like, let's go hard. We're going hard. And like my favorite songs have the fastest BPMs. They're like boom, 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 boom. Where you're like da 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 da. I don't want no slow shit. So of course I pick something that's like wicked fast. And I'm like, all right, I don't care if I look dumb, but like I just want to try. I got all these people watching me, but it's fine if I mess up. Like we're cool because I give myself a lot of space to just look stupid. And like I tried, so like whatever. So but I get really into whatever I'm doing. So I'm in there like, oh my god, and I'm like trying to get all. I'm doing horribly. Like the game's yelling at me because I'm like fucking missing everything. Because I bit off more than I could chew. Yeah, it's like miss, you suck. No, 0-0. And so like, but I'm trying and I'm going really fast and I'm going so fast that like I'm not looking at at the platform. I'm just looking at the screen and trying to like get the screen.
Oh yeah, I've been in that zone.
And so I'm like, my feet are going everywhere. I'm like, all these people are watching me. I'm embarrassing myself. La la la. And I don't even realize that I'm so in it that I fucking DDR'd right off the platform. Like I straight up wiped out, full on fell. Because like I was moving like a little bit to the left every time I took a step. Yeah. So I just like everyone else was watching me slowly get off of the platform. And I'm in here like, bah, 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 bah. I'm in it. Oh my God. And then I literally just full on, like I will say this. I don't actually trip. I don't actually fall that often. I might trip, but I always catch myself. I never actually fall. I full on fucking wiped out. Like I fell on the ground. I was laying on the floor. Everybody was around me looking at me. And I remember being like, shit, like I'm really embarrassed, but like, oh well, like just get up and roll with it, because like if you start freaking out, that's more embarrassing. So just like I just got up and was like, LOL, I'm so great. And then I was like, I guess I'll get back on the platform and like be more conscious of where I'm standing this time. And you know what? I fucking kept playing. So I will say that like I feel embarrassed, but I quickly just push the emotion to the side, because to me it's not worth sitting in.
Well, the thing is like everyone does it.
Yeah.
Everyone falls at one point.
To be human is to be humiliated.
Yeah, like at some point you're humiliated, whether it's tripping, or something rips, you say something
or
weird,
you
trip
drop on your words. Yeah, you put
whatever
your
it
foot
is.
in your
There's always
mouth.
going to be a moment that doesn't go according
You
to
piss
plan.
yourself.
And it happens. Like it happens, and it's kind of funny. It's just like you have to, take it with a grain of salt to be like. Once you're able to kind of laugh at yourself, to be like, wow, that was embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those stories, after a while,
They're great stories to talk about. Honestly, like
all these stories have been great.
Seriously, like
we have so many great stories to tell now.
And it's so great when you're sitting in a group of people. I love listening to other people tell their stories, and especially when they're funny, embarrassing ones, and like they're not like traumatized by it, and you're just like, to me, that's so fun. Like just sitting here and like talking about how I pissed myself and not being embarrassed by it, but like having other people be like, damn, fuck.
Yo, the one with you at the show.
The show, dude.
That's crazy.
Proudest moment of my life, and now everybody knows about it. You're welcome.
Yay.
That's awesome.
I kept that to myself though for so long.
Like
wait,
toilet paper on your shoe.
Amanda, is this a DDR song right here? Is this familiar? No.
Do you know Captain Jack? Captain Jack is a fucking awesome DDR song. All right. Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
Hey, get the DDR going. I knew it was happening. Hey. All right. Let's stop. Copyright purposes.
Copyright.
Yeah, fair.
I'm sorry, I really have to.
All right, I guess we're. So, Steph.
Did you know that you can pee with your garters on if you try really hard? Actually, you don't even have to try that hard.
Did you know that you could pee sideways?
Did you know women can pee standing up? There's like a way
men
to do
can pee
it.
sitting down.
Wow, revolutionary.
Wow.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, I think I ran out of all my content when I used the
There it is.
DDR dance break again?
Yeah, no.
10 points. Good. Great. Amazing.
But I love this. I love that, just being able to laugh at yourself. And especially when you have those memories shared with someone else, you always now can turn back to that person. Like, remember that one time we did this and that and whatever.
And then
it's
I did this.
Hilarious. It's great. So I love embarrassing stories. I love remembering them because I don't think about them until I start sharing, and I'm like, oh yeah, then that part. Oh yeah, then that one
That's so
time.
funny,
and then
though.
that one time. And then that one time. And a lot are just flooding back. And so it's fun. It's fun to go down memory lane.
We challenge you to embarrass yourself sometime soon.
Well, I mean,
Amanda's burying that bottle, I'll tell you.
I know she is. Why don't you just share your nice embarrassing story with us and
No, I
let
challenge
us know the
you.
last time you You didn't feel the greatest, but then you were just like, you know what?
You put on your big curl panties
or your big girl cardigan.
Oh, your big girl stockings.
Or maybe you just put your cardigan on backwards.
Or maybe you were wearing nothing. Like I am every time I'm in the fucking bathroom.
The savage and the sexy.
That being said, don't take yourself too seriously.
Welcome.
And I promise you will enjoy your life a lot more. No
Porpoises
branding.
and orifices.
Porpoises and orifices.
Dude, outro.
Oh, always remember to keep it savage with your self-development and sexy with your porpoises and orifices and self-perception.
Oh, shit. Savage and Sexy is presented by A Vibe Entertainment and produced by Baldwin. The only reason we got this far, because y'all know we ain't got our shit together. The Savage and Sexy is self-funded. If you like the show and want to support us, subscribe to our Patreon, The Savage and Sexy, or donate on Anchor and GoFundMe. You can find us on Instagram, The Savage and the Sexy. Email us at thesavageandthesexy@gmail.com. Thank you for being savage and sexy with us, and we'll see you next time.